Y'all need to calm down. Is y'all cool? Y'all been dragging me for 3 or 4 days. Y'all been a little bit too mean. Like, now. Y'all been a little bit too mean. I can't change. I can't go back in time. You know what I'm saying? I already had a baby. Y'all want me to put my baby back in my... I don't know. What y'all want me to do? Y'all want me to leave my man and fuck yours? You want me to leave my man and just go and fuck yours? I don't know. What y'all want me to do?
There's been situations since it was such a big deal. If a motherfucker can't travel, right? It is what it is. A motherfucker got a lot of kids. If a man can travel, right? And he got the holidays off. Bro, I got my own set of kids. You can't travel like that to see your kids. On Christmas, spend time with your kids. I'm going to spend time with mine. I'm not I do have one child with this person. I have 3 other kids. I'm not bringing my 3 other kids to somebody else's house where there's other things going on.
So Cardi B is finally speaking out about the rumors surrounding claims of relationship conflict. She's also been calling people out online over everything that happened around Christmas, and people have been talking about it ever since. Now there's another twist because Stefon recently posted that he was in Harlem. Nobody really knows why, but the timing definitely has people paying attention. This whole Cardi B and Stefon situation keeps adding new chapters, and it doesn't look like the conversation is slowing down anytime soon. Cardi has made it clear that she's done with him, but a lot of people aren't convinced the story is over. Some fans even say his recent posts remind him of the way Offset used to keep popping up after their split. Of course, that's just what people online are saying. Stefon did share a post a few days ago showing he was in Harlem, while Cardi B has been out in New York, looking confident and turning heads as usual. Now let's get into these relationship conflict claims, because that's where things really heat up. Cardi is calling out a blogger after saying the blogger claimed she had gone through an abusive relationship. Cardi strongly disputes that claim and isn't holding back. It's hard to understand why anyone would spread such a serious story without solid facts. At the same time, it's worth noting that Stefon is currently facing multiple civil lawsuits involving allegations of inappropriate behavior. Those are allegations, not proven facts, and the legal process is still ongoing. Now, I will say this. Some people think Stefon and Cardi have more in common than they like to admit. If you know, you know. I'm not saying Cardi has ever told anyone to confront people she doesn't get along with, but ever since that situation involving Jade at a nightclub, some people have looked at the whole story a little differently. That's just been part of the ongoing conversation online.
We can only go forward now. So, I don't know. 2026 is in a couple of days. I have so much work to do once January starts that it's stressing me out. I'm going to be away from my babies, away from my personal life, away from my home. I have to rehearse for 10 to 12 hours a day for tour. There is so many elements of production that I'm missing for tour. I'm already super stressed out. You know what I'm saying? I'm already super stressed out.
Anyway, here's what happened next. Cardi B went off while responding to the relationship conflict rumors. According to reports from Media Takeout, and based on what many people claimed they heard during the live stream, she strongly pushed back against rumors suggesting she had experienced domestic violence. Here's the thing. Rumors about domestic violence are extremely serious, and they're not something to joke about or spread without evidence. I agree that no one should be wishing that kind of situation on anyone. If someone is truly going through a difficult or harmful relationship, it deserves compassion and respect, not gossip or careless speculation. Now, the conversation shifted to where all of this was supposedly happening. Some people online were throwing out claims, while others were saying, I don't know, Cardi B lives there. It's among all the other rich people's mansions, but please go do a check. As usual, there were plenty of rumors flying around without much to back them up.
Then Cardi responded directly. She basically said, "Why you lying?" She denied the story completely and pushed back against claims that someone had physically harmed her. She made it clear that the rumors weren't true and questioned why people were spreading them in the first place. Honestly, whenever Cardi responds to a rumor, a lot of people end up wondering where it even started because many hadn't heard it before she addressed it.
Happiness for this new year for y'all. Wish me the same thing, all right? Leave me alone, though. Damn. Y'all scare me sometimes. Y'all a little bit too.
Cardi also said, "Why you lying and saying that N touched me and knocked my tooth out, and N never even laid a nail on me? I don't play that DV BS." If that's how she remembers the situation, it is good to hear her deny those claims so clearly. The discussion also brought up a separate moment involving Offset and Monaco, where reports said he stepped in during a tense situation involving a driver and several women. Different versions of that story circulated online, but many of the details remain unverified, so it's important not to treat speculation as fact. People online also started questioning the timing and the details of that cab situation. Some wondered why there were several women in a cab early in the morning, while others pointed out that the full context was never clear. Different stories spread across social media, but without verified information, it's difficult to know exactly what happened. One thing many people did mention was that Offset appeared to step in and help calm the situation. That's how a lot of viewers interpreted the video, although the complete story hasn't been confirmed. Now let's move on, because we also have to talk about everything that happened around Christmas and what Cardi said about family. That's where the conversation takes another turn. Cardi shared, "My dad never hit my mom, and even when my mom used to beat the ish out of him in front of us, you know what my dad used to do? Walk away." She was using her family's experience to explain why she feels so strongly about relationship conflict and personal boundaries. No one should be putting their hands on anyone, and her point was that she never wants that kind of situation to be part of her own life. She also added, "That's the one thing that I say I will never tolerate in my life." That lines up with what she said earlier when she firmly denied the rumors that had been circulating about her own relationship. Throughout her response, she consistently pushed back against those claims and made her position very clear.
Go ahead, spend time with your kid. Next day, you come to me and you give me my fucking gifts. $300,000 worth of gifts.
Cardi also said that no one had ever physically harmed her and repeated that she doesn't tolerate domestic violence. That left people wondering who she was referring to, since she didn't clearly name anyone in that part of her response. Online, some fans started guessing whether she meant Stefon or Offset, but those were only opinions and not confirmed by Cardi herself.
Some people also connected the rumors to the legal allegations involving Stefon, while others thought people were simply filling in the blanks without any evidence. It almost turned into one of those old word games where people take random pieces of information and try to build a story around them. That's exactly how rumors can spread so quickly on social media. Cardi also pushed back against claims that she had lost a tooth during an alleged incident. She pointed to her veneers and said her smile has looked the same for years. She challenged the people making the claims by saying, "Go ahead and prove it. Post the day when that happened." Her message was clear. She wanted evidence instead of speculation.
Go ahead, do that. One thing they try to, first of all, let me, y'all can't, like, one thing about it, I don't like a deadbeat nigga. I'm a big believer you're supposed to be spending your holidays with your kid. If I'm with you and you see my kid every single day, it's okay for you to spend time with your other kids. Why not?
She also criticized the blogger for discussing photos of her baby son, calling that behavior sick and twisted. Cardi welcomed a child with Stefon in November. According to Cardi, the two eventually split up, although there have also been reports and online speculation suggesting they may have reconnected at different points. Those reports remain unconfirmed. Now here's another detail that caught people's attention. Stefon posted on his main Instagram story and added a Harlem geotag right across the photo. That immediately got fans talking because Cardi has been spending time in New York, so people started connecting the dots. Of course, a location tag by itself doesn't prove anything, but it definitely sparked more online speculation. Some people believe that when someone is interested in another person, they naturally pay attention to what they're doing. That's a common opinion, and many fans think Stefon has been keeping up with Cardi's life. Others believe that if someone thinks there's still a chance to reconnect, they may continue reaching out instead of moving on. Those are just theories from people watching the situation unfold online, not confirmed facts. At the same time, Stefon has reportedly been dealing with criticism from several directions. There have been public comments from family members and plenty of opinions from social media users who believe he made major mistakes. Meanwhile, Cardi has continued making public appearances and keeping herself in the spotlight, which has only added more attention to the story.
Talking about the baby moms gonna jump me. How? Why would they jump me? They were getting along with everybody else. Why would they jump me? I ain't never did nothing to none of them. I don't talk about none of them. I don't bother none of them. I don't have an issue with none of them. I really don't. Y'all always wanted to bring these girls up. I don't have an issue with none of them. They can't possibly have an issue with me because I ain't never did shit to nobody. I ain't never talked shit about none of them. Actually, I don't even sub none of them.
Some commentators have also speculated that being linked to a globally known artist like Cardi could be valuable for anyone in the entertainment world after a sports career. That's only speculation, though. Many professional athletes successfully build careers through broadcasting, business, endorsements, or other opportunities after they retire, regardless of who they date. As for everything else being said online, those claims remain opinions rather than established facts. On top of everything else, people online have been talking about Stefon's personal life, his career challenges, and all the rumors surrounding him. One post from Got the Scoop even claimed that Cardi was his 7th child's mother instead of the 6th, suggesting there could be another child that hadn't been publicly discussed. That rumor quickly gained attention and reportedly led Cardi to go live, where she strongly responded, denied the claims, and set the record straight.
Cardi B addresses Stefon Diggs skipping out on Christmas with her.
Let's talk about the Christmas situations. I do have one child with this person. I have 3 other kids. I'm not bringing my 3 other kids to somebody else's house where there's other things going on.
That brings us to what happened around Christmas, because that's another part of this story people keep bringing up. Before we get into it, here's a quick reminder of what Cardi posted during that time. One funny side note is that some fans joked her team probably told her, "Don't curse your fans out." Whether that's true or not, it's easy to see why people made those jokes, because Cardi is known for speaking her mind and responding directly whenever she's frustrated. That's simply become part of her public image. Some people online even joked that Cardi's team probably encouraged her to take a calmer approach with fans. The jokes went something like, "Just tell them you appreciate their support." Of course, that's only fan speculation, but it reflects how people see Cardi's outspoken personality. She's known for saying exactly what's on her mind, even when emotions are running high. Around Christmas, Cardi finally responded to all the chatter. She didn't get into every rumor or explain every detail. Instead, she simply asked, "Can y'all stop talking about Christmas?" That only made people even more curious about what everyone had been discussing. The main topic online was that Stefon appeared to be spending time at a house with his children while Cardi wasn't there. Beyond that, though, much of the conversation was built on assumptions rather than confirmed facts. The commentator then shared a personal opinion about Cardi, saying they respect her resilience. They also mentioned that from their point of view, one of her past relationships appeared unhealthy. That's an opinion based on public observations, not a confirmed description of what happened behind closed doors, and only the people involved know the full story.
Cardi B then goes on to address Stefon Diggs' baby mother's possibly jumping her.
Talking about the baby mom was going to jump me. How? Why would they jump me? They were getting along with everybody else. Why would they jump me? I ain't never did nothing to none of them. I don't talk about none of them. I don't bother none of them. I don't have an issue with none of them.
We all know that Stefon Diggs is working on his own personal football team, Cardi B mentioning him spending holidays with them. With his most recent appearance, him being seen at his daughter's birthday party, fans were saying that he looked very awkward there and out of place.
The speaker went on to say that from their point of view, her past relationship appeared unhealthy. They also mentioned that there had been public rumors about Offset dealing with personal challenges and other issues in his life. Those have been widely discussed online over the years, but many of the claims remain unverified, so it's important not to present speculation as fact. The bigger question raised was why the online conversation seemed to shift toward defending Stefon as a father. The speaker explained that they had already made a video saying that many people have acknowledged his involvement with his children. Based on what's been shared publicly, they said he appears to spend time with them, celebrate important milestones, and stay involved in their lives.
According to the speaker, that wasn't what most people were debating. Instead, they believed the real discussion online centered on rumors about his relationships with some of his former partners. Those claims have circulated on social media but haven't been confirmed.
Just recently, Cardi B took to her ex to defend the baby that she has with Stefon Diggs because a troll said that they were going to expose pictures of the baby.
Why you saying you got pictures of my son? Post it. I want to see. Anybody send you pictures of my son? Well, that person's going to get beat up.
Cardi B later revealing that she does post pictures of the new baby on her close friends. What do you guys think about all of this? Should Cardi stop letting the fans get to her?
The speaker also pointed out that Cardi B has built significant success and financial independence over the years. Because of that, they questioned why certain narratives about her personal life continued to gain so much attention, saying it reminded them of how similar conversations developed during her previous high-profile relationship. Here's a quick side note before getting back to the main story. The speaker questioned why expensive gifts or financial support would matter to someone as successful as Cardi.
Their point was that considering her level of wealth and independence, those kinds of gestures probably wouldn't be the deciding factor in a relationship. Anyway, back to the bigger picture. The conversation then turned to reports that Stefon had been seen with another woman at his home. After that, rumors quickly spread that he and Cardi had split. Before those reports, there had been plenty of articles discussing how the two were getting closer, how Stefon was reportedly supportive, and how their relationship seemed to be moving forward. At the same time, fans also saw moments where Cardi publicly expressed her frustrations, which kept people guessing about where things really stood. Now, Cardi has said they're no longer together. Whether that remains the case over the long term is something only time will tell. Some fans believe Stefon is still trying to reconnect, but that's simply speculation based on social media activity. The speaker also made it clear that from their perspective, the main topic of discussion was never whether Stefon was involved as a father. They believe the online conversation was focused on other relationship rumors instead, not his role with his children. The main point, according to the speaker, was never about whether Stefon was spending time with his children. They said there were several young kids and multiple families involved. It's understandable why holidays could be complicated. From their perspective, a parent might feel that young children should have the chance to spend important moments with both sides of their family whenever possible. They suggested that those kinds of situations can be difficult to navigate, especially when everyone is still adjusting to new family dynamics.
They making excuses because they baby daddy picked the other baby mamas to go spend Christmas with too. So Cardi is relatable to them. That's why they love her so much, because she do the same ghetto, hood rat, low vibrational stuff that they be doing. And they love it. They love it. Seeing a celebrity with all that money make just as poor decisions as they make, they eat it up. Them girls was sitting over there manless with them kids on their phone, on Facebook and Instagram, having to watch their baby daddy in matching pajamas with the other baby mama and kids.
The speaker then argued that this wasn't what most people had actually been discussing online. Instead, they believed the attention was focused on rumors that Stefon had been involved with multiple women while he and Cardi were linked together. Those claims circulated widely on social media, but they remain unverified, and it's important not to treat online speculation as established fact.
They also questioned why the conversation seemed to have shifted away from those rumors and toward a completely different narrative. In their view, that's what made the public discussion confusing. The speaker went on to say that after reports surfaced suggesting Stefon and Cardi had gone their separate ways, Cardi appeared to be sharing more posts showing herself out enjoying life. They speculated that Stefon might regret how everything unfolded and could try to reconnect with her in the future. But that's only the speaker's personal opinion and not something that has been confirmed. Overall, the speaker's biggest question was simple. How did the online conversation change so dramatically? From their perspective, the current narrative didn't match what people had originally been talking about, and that's what they found most surprising.
Watching him play with the other kids, and your kids trying to figure out, where my daddy? He with his other baby mama, the one he wanted to be with more. Like, did he at least play Any, Mini, Miny, Mo? Did y'all at least play paper, rock, scissors? Put all of y'all baby mamas in a hat and pick a name? Like, did he at least make it fair? Or did he just pick his favorite? That's why she's so relatable to them, because they all was in the same boat for Christmas.
The speaker also pointed out that social media has a way of changing the focus overnight. One minute, everyone is talking about one rumor, and the next minute, the entire conversation is about something completely different. That's why they said it's important to separate confirmed facts from opinions that keep getting repeated online. From their point of view, Cardi has been trying to make one thing clear every time she responds. She wants people to stop putting words in her mouth or attaching stories to her she says never happened. Whether she's responding in a live stream or posting online, she has consistently pushed back against claims she believes are false. At the same time, fans continue to analyze every post from Stefon. A location tag, a photo, or even a short message is enough to start a brand new round of theories. Some believe he's sending subtle messages, while others think people are reading too much into ordinary social media activity. Without either of them confirming those ideas, they're still just fan interpretations. The speaker then brought the focus back to Cardi's response, arguing that the biggest takeaway wasn't the rumors themselves. Instead, it was the fact that she chose to address them directly instead of ignoring them,
which only raised more questions about what she plans to say next. The speaker also questioned why every new update seems to get interpreted in the most dramatic way possible. If Cardi posts a photo, people immediately start searching for hidden meaning. If Stefon shares his location or uploads a story, the internet starts connecting dots that may not even be related. That's become a pattern with high-profile relationships, where even ordinary posts can spark days of speculation.
Stefon is doing the most. Social users are calling him out for making Cardi B spend Christmas alone, following her giving birth to their son. Stefon Diggs took to his Instagram story to repost a photo of Cardi B with their son, standing in front of a Patriots tree. He captioned it with, "Miss y'all, don't be squeezing him too tight, you making him soft." To this, he posted a photo with his daughter, an additional photo with one of his sons who was celebrating his first Christmas, assuming this was him yesterday on Christmas. Obviously prompted Party Gang and other social media users to spiral, claiming that Stefon Diggs was embarrassing Cardi B by making her spend Christmas alone.
Another point they raised was how quickly online opinions can flip. One week, people are convinced the two are completely done. The next week, one social media post has everyone wondering if there's a chance they'll reconnect. The speaker suggested that this back and forth happens because fans often react before all the facts are available. They also reminded viewers that public appearances don't always tell the full story. Just because someone looks happy, confident, or unbothered in photos doesn't mean anyone knows what's really happening behind the scenes. The only people who truly understand the situation are the people living it. With that in mind, the speaker said they were paying closer attention to what Cardi actually says herself, rather than every rumor circulating online. In their view, her own statements carry far more weight than anonymous posts or unverified claims, especially when the details keep changing from one day to the next. The speaker then shifted back to the bigger picture and said that this situation has become a lesson in how quickly narratives can change online. A single headline can send people in one direction, and a live stream the next day can completely change the conversation. That's why they encourage viewers not to accept every viral post as the full story. They also pointed out that Cardi has always been someone who responds when she feels a rumor has gone too far. Instead of staying silent, she often jumps online to explain her side directly. Whether people agree with her or not, the speaker said that's been one consistent part of her public personality for years. As for Stefon, the speaker said every move he makes is now being examined through the lens of his relationship with Cardi. Something as simple as where he goes, who he's seen with, or what he posts can quickly become a trending topic, even if there's no confirmation that it's connected to Cardi at all. That's one reason the speaker believes so many assumptions end up spreading faster than verified information. The speaker then hinted that another detail from Cardi's recent comments stood out even more than the relationship rumors, because it could explain why she decided to respond publicly instead of letting the speculation fade on its own. The speaker explained that, in their opinion, once personal rumors begin involving family, the situation usually changes. They suggested that's often when celebrities decide they've had enough and choose to respond directly instead of staying quiet. From their perspective, Cardi seemed more interested in correcting what she believed were false claims than getting pulled into another round of online arguments.
Claiming how he was getting busy due to the fact that he has a bunch of kids running around that are similar ages. I seen it, I was not surprised, especially considering the fact that Cardi B previously did an interview after she revealed she was pregnant by Stefon Diggs, claiming that they had their next few months planned out in February, so I'm assuming conversations about what was going to happen for Christmas time or in December were definitely had. I'm not here to shade Stefon Diggs, and I'm definitely not here to shade Cardi, but I will say one thing is she seems happy.
They also mentioned that social media has a tendency to reward the most dramatic version of a story. A rumor can spread across multiple accounts in a matter of hours, and by the time someone responds, many people have already accepted it as fact. That's why the speaker said it's worth paying attention to what has actually been confirmed versus what is simply being repeated. Another observation they made was that both Cardi and Stefon have enormous public followings, which means almost every interaction gets magnified. Even something as small as a post, a deleted message, or a public appearance can lead to endless theories. Fans often compared timelines, screenshots, and comments, hoping to figure out what's really happening. The speaker then said there was one more part of this story that deserved a closer look because they believed it helped explain why so many people came away with completely different interpretations of the same events. One thing the speaker wanted to make clear is that no one should criticize someone for being an involved parent. That's never been the issue from their perspective. Their question was about everything that may have happened after the holiday celebrations were over. Once the gifts had been opened, the kids were asleep, and the evening came to an end, with things really as straightforward as they appeared. That's simply the question they were raising, not a statement of fact. With all that said, it's good to see Cardi continuing to focus on herself and moving forward. Hopefully, whatever decision she makes brings a peace. As for Stefon, the speaker believes he's doing everything he can to get back into her good graces, although that's only their personal opinion based on what's been shared publicly. The speaker also mentioned the public comments from Stefon's mother, saying they found it surprising that such personal matters were discussed so openly. They felt it added even more attention to an already complicated situation. At the same time, they suggested that Cardi's star power and influence naturally make any relationship she's in a major topic of conversation. The biggest question, according to the speaker, is simple. If Stefon does try to reconnect in the future, would Cardi even consider giving the relationship another chance, or has she already turned the page for good? Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Cardi has truly moved on, or do you believe this story still has another chapter left? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share so you don't miss the next update. Thanks for watching.